Interesting.
And for the right reasons, I believe. So,
yes. I mean, of course.
Man.
I mean, trending left, right, and center. I mean, recently it was said that you said Ghanaians don't really appreciate you. Is it true? Did you say something like that?
Honestly, I don't remember most recent one like that, but I know that at a point or two, you might come across as such, saying such things. Who I actually remember is Sarkodie's few, interview when they actually were feeling that way because of how he was trying to present that case. What I will say is that case is a very delicate one, that if you do not know how to find your words to break it down, you might sound as if you are telling the populace that they don't support us at all. So
this was like you were in France, and then there was something like a video of you saying, "Hey, you don't really appreciate."
Yes, that's the one. It really has nothing to do with. It's deeper than it. I think it still came across deep, but I don't know how they found something to pin it to, and interestingly, it was totally off that grade. The thing is, the summary of all that is how hard Ghanaian artists are pushing without label supports. Because today I'll say, because I've never answered to that yet, to actually tell people what I was feeling at the moment, it's as simple as sitting, sometimes it hit you, and at that moment I was hit to realize that, this is how much you are putting into the works, And that is where I realized that, okay, there are a few things that are concerns, such as a few avenues and support that's supposed to be coming into the creative, and how we should, as a people of Ghana, up and down, not only the listeners, realize that we can use our creative arts and culture to do so many other things.
But do you feel like Ghanaians are supporting you the way you should be supported?
I appreciate the support so far.
Okay.
But what the topic is that there is a need to continue to grow. And when we eventually do gather the true mindset, then we will be able to achieve some of the heights that we always compare our own to.
Interesting. We'll get into some other things like that later. But for now, the news going around is that your godfather, Sabini, says that you don't really appreciate him, that you are ungrateful, kind of, He says his relationship with you is very bad because of some utterances that you made publicly. I mean, what's the relationship like?
Honestly, I knew that you were going to ask that. It's a very to me, it's a small. There's no issue from my end to him, and I would really want to keep it as such and leave it as such, because the further comment is just going to be complicated. What is actually even not in existence. So the last time I do remember, I walked up to him and I asked, because there was supposed to be a meeting between us.
Oh, okay.
So then he mentioned he was traveling for a bike tour, and he actually, I saw him on that when he came back, specifically around the 10th of October, if I remember what he said,
this year,
we would have that sitting between the two of us. That's all.
You never heard from him again?
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Whoa. So when you said that he's a sellout godfather, what did you really mean?
I'll just ask that we go back and take the tape, and it's online, and watch
exactly what you said in it is what you meant.
Exactly how it came about. You know what I mean? And he has admitted that we're not like we used to be. So definitely there are certain things that would come off very hurtful now that we are not that close, even if it's not meant to be, because at certain levels your brain actually just channels everything into a negative or into a downside. Whereas if you and the person were that cool, you might not even see it as such, come across. So that's the phase on which I think we are basically, and there is a need for us to have that.
He said he wrote that song for you. True?
Oh.
Come Clean.
see, honestly, he didn't write that song. He wrote his verse and I wrote my verse.
Wow.
And he wrote everything he sang, he wrote. Everything I sang, I wrote.
Ah.
You know.
Okay.
So he's a co-writer, basically, like I'm also a co-writer to the song.
Oh, so he didn't write it for you to bring it forward and say, Stonebwoy, sing this song?
No. The writing that I also understand is not what went on. Like, I have had, when I went to Miami a few weeks ago, I've had somebody and I create the song, and they actually said, no, don't worry, so they do the melodies, and then me and them come and find the lyrics. That was not what it was. He didn't write the song to say, this is a song I want you to sing, you know. So what it is what I've said. He wrote what he sang, I wrote what I sang. It was actually even the creation of that song started with me and JMJ when I had brought him I Love My Life from DeMarco to try to see if he can create something beautiful
out of that
around it. That was how Climax came to be.
I'm going to ask you the last question on this, and because we have so many things to look at. What happened in your relationship all of a sudden has gone sour? Because he said he has done so many things for you in terms of even doing PR for you. You call him to cover for you, you call radio stations and do a lot of PR for you.
You see, I've been in tune also, and I think we had a meeting that we should meet, because there are so many, you know, inconsistent, you know, established facts which I wouldn't even go into, because then it will shift me from being who I really am, you know, and I would never, not for anything, go against that, to be seen in public eye bantering words with Samini here and there. So I think if there's the availability, we should actually sit. Probably you understand so many things now, you know, and would actually take a different turn on how he thinks, because I have done nothing to hurt Amini. If I did, he would have said exactly what it is, because he could and he can. But if maybe he's keeping it because of whatever, just like he's been able to mention, you know, on the forefront, I believe that I'm his junior brother. If he wants to bash me publicly for something he thinks I have done, he can. And if he wants to do that privately, he's all in his hands. But let us send a consistent story to the people, because they know we're family.
When was the last time you paid tithes to him?
Tithes?
Yeah, your godfather.
As in the Bible tithes?
Yeah, the Bible tithes. Like, oh, Charlie, Godfather, I want to play a show here also. Charlie, I put some tithes small for you. Take.
No, it's been a long time.
Long time.
I may not probably have done that before, in the sense that I went to play a show, take this one. But I think one time on his birthday, you know, I actually, what I had was what I could. Then I asked him to pray on it for me on his birthday.
Wow.
So that this will be a channel that will open more light for us the coming year. You know.
Do you think
and I later found out that that was something I did wrong as well.
Oh,
so,
really? Really?
You know what I mean? So
you gave a gift and it was a wrong gift?
I really realized there were issues around that as well. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
issues around it, as in he said that he thinks it's bigger than me, that's why he has to give me something like that. like
I think it came out insulting. That was how, from the sources that I took it from, it came out, and I was like, that was not my intention.
Wow.
So, you know, so these are some of the things that have gotten us where we are.
Okay, all right.
You know?
I promised that I was going to get away from this, so I'm going to leave it. I don't want it to look like it's a whole Samini thing, no. So I'm going to leave it here.
No, but that's my general same way. And you stand in the best position to even ask me. I wouldn't have said anything anywhere if it was somebody else, because you are my godfather still. You grow me.
I appreciate
you
that.
You know, you grow me. I have to say
that.
For the world to know. Blakk Rasta grew me same way. Blakk Rasta grew me. I'm not even kidding. He put me on live band. He forced me to be able to use the band. We went to Takwa. I was hungry the whole time through the bars. I couldn't get nothing to eat. Blakk Rasta will give me a bite of brown bread. Bro, I'm a sufferer, so I think that I believe that I would hurt nobody who has done enough for me or a lot for me, because me, I don't look at what I do for people. I always look at what people are doing for me.
Interesting.
You know?
Interesting. Stonebwoy is my guest right in the studio. We have a long history. So when I meet him and we are talking, in fact, I know about 99% of all these things.
Yeah.
So I'm in a certain corner, I don't even know what to ask. But as professional I have to be, let me just repeat some of these things. Now, recently, Shatawale came out and said that the cars that were in your house were his cars. They had borrowed the cars into your house to make you look good. Did you hear that too? And what's the truth?
You see, I'm going to say on your platform, I'll answer everything. Because I know where you stand and what roles you play in the reggae dancehall fraternity from every artist who has a name today. So I'll try to pick the best words, to answer them. There was a clash upcoming, and I was going to do an interview for the radio station that was the headlining and sponsoring the event. So part of the procedure was to have me interviewed at my house. Okay, so I have a few cars, but the friends brought some too, and decided to make it look good. So we're coming with our cars, but guess what, bro? We're gonna put your names on the plate. I'm like, I don't fancy those things, but all right, if you want to let it roll. I see it like. I see it it's normal. I see it like, because we do it in the movies, we do it in the films. So it's normal for friends to come and pack up in my house. You might know them, it might be their cars. Yes, but me, I don't know them. They only give me a vibe like they want to join the crew so they can catch camera in the house. It's cool. I can count up to 6 cars that I have, so I don't have to pretend. And everybody knows how humble I be when I roll with these things. So it's no news. He might know some people who may have, so he could be right.
Wow. So some of the cars were his?
No, not his. The cars were not his, no. He knows people who owns those cars. Yeah, they came to pack up in the house. So,
what's your relationship with Nam1? It looks like there was a time that there was some bad blood and you had to tear down a certain poster or a certain backdrop because it contained some adverts that you were not happy about. And some gunshots and all that. I mean, the bulldog issue and all that.
I mean, I was anticipating it to go this deep because I can't remember the last time we even sat to talk. So I understand the extensive nature of the conversation. I believe that is past and gone. Even if I want to narrate it, I might lose some key points which will make the story very inconsistent. But the long and short of it all was that there were troubles internally, as when I was signed to Xylophone Music, which I had a beautiful 2 years under their supervision and working for them or with them as a label. I'm really grateful to every staff. And then what it was is, now at the time we couldn't allow certain things to go on, especially on stage. So that was a brawl, but I didn't tear it out. I needed the fact that we were going to breach. We were at loggerheads. I mean, it's obvious. Okay. And so I wanted everything cleared off of them, because at that point, I mean, I don't want to go into but there was confusion at that point,
What was the loggerheads about? Was it that Nam1 didn't pay you good enough money, or because he signed Shatawale on?
No. It was never about Nam. It was never about him signing on. I had an obligation also contractually, so I was only focusing on those ones, but circumstances were not making it conducive for me to be able to operate properly back and forth. I was actually doing everything. And Nam is my big brother. He knows how much I love him. And for his sake, I may not be able to say some things. All I had for Xylophone Music was pure love. Pure love, because I was one of the first persons he spoke to. And he says this, and I quote that, should it have been that he approached some other people before, he doesn't think they would have given him that strength, that energy that I brought to his company.
Wow.
It was only after that everybody was seeing that it's a place to go.
Interesting.
And what they didn't know is that I was actually doing my work already. So I was not a newbie, and we can still see the disparity. We can still see the difference.
So what is the difference like? Were you better off alone, or were you better off with Xylophone?
It's all about, I think no matter what, we benefit each other as we go, even in general life. So there have been so many positive things that both of us have contributed to us. And Xylophone is here to stay. It's here. I'm sitting right here in Xylophone Media. So nothing has really.
Were you
really
disappointed
changed.
that Shatta Wale was signed onto the brand? I mean, looking at the fact that you were at loggerheads at that
No,
time.
no, 100% no. 100% no. Anybody who may have misconstrued, I mean, my bad, you just wasted some energy. No, 000. Then that means that I can't go. Then why are we coexisting in the same world? It's the same thing.
What's your disappointment with Xylophone?
There was no. You see, my thing was that it was a new company that was finding its feet. So there were so many problems that were going to happen at the time, and that is it. It was purely on work basis. It wasn't anything personal at all.
Did you pull a gun at Bulldog?
No, I didn't.
Or it was a toy gun? Water gun?
No, I didn't do.
You didn't? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So Stonebwoy is my guest. In fact, I was in the US when this one dropped and it killed me. Mutabaruka called me the other day and was like, yeah, the youth were make a tune for I mentioned Mutabaruka. Food that walking barefoot and all that. What name again? But I said, oh, Stonebwoy, yo, Stonebwoy.
Yes, I'm the godfather. That
yes, yes, you touched him with this tune,
Wicked.
And there was one youth in it who was running. When I watched it, I was like, whoa,
yeah,
this is beautiful.
Beautiful song. It was also released, recorded in America. Yeah.
You sacked the boy who was running in it. The gentleman was running in it. All happy and all.
Yeah, those are my Jamaican family in Yankee.
No, not Jamaican one.
Which one, please?
I'm talking about Blakk City. Blakk City is in this video, right?
Oh, yeah.
Running around, running around.
Oh, you said I sacked the youth.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
yeah.
my minds have no go there.
Yeah, I know.
What
are you drinking? Is it Boss?
Yeah, Boss. And I swear my mind didn't even go on the question. Like I was like, no, but that video was filled with my Jamaican family.
Including the Jamaican Blakk City.
No. I mean, he was in there as well. Though,
yeah. So, I mean, you had worked for so long, you sacked him. How painful was it telling him to go away?
Just easy. See, I mean, people cross paths no matter what, and we move on no matter what.
Yeah.
So, most important is to actually find peace with your individual self, and that will reflect in a lot of things ahead of you. And I think I find a lot of peace, dealing with dealing with myself and the industry as a whole. Look at me, I bring peace.
He said he stopped his education and followed you because he believed so much in you, and when you sent him away, his world just crashed. And up to
I
now,
never heard him say that.
That's what he told me.
Okay.
Is it true?
I don't know. It's not true. If he stopped his education, then he completed Takrady Poly and there was no work, so definitely he was rolling with me. So I remember telling me, yo, my G, let's go, man. Stop, let's go. And I made it worthwhile for him.
Whoa.
And I did.
And you dropped out of school and you're going back to school again.
Exactly.
True?
Exactly.
Interesting. I'm going to leave Blakk City here, but I know that you have told me some things off microphone about Blakk City that are so beautiful. The last time I spoke with Blakk City, he told me that he still believes that you will call him for you to work again. Are you going to do that?
We shouldn't make it sound like he could even get on and be better off. Do you get what I'm saying? If we're looking at it like he's supposed to get stuck somewhere or with me, then I think we have somehow limited our thoughts for him and our wishes for him. His greater greatness could lie somewhere else.
His greater greatness is with you. And he says he still is waiting for you to call him so he would come and par with you again. Are you going to call him?
Yo, big him up same way, it's my brethren still,
You call him?
I've moved on a lot, you hear me? And, I saw him in London at the Yam Carnival. He still hoovers around the music scene, so basically,
And what was the relation? I mean, when you saw him at the Yam Festival, what was it like?
No. I just saw him from afar. It was not close.
Have you met since you broke apart? Like one-on-one?
We've met a lot of one-on-ones before the final, so there's no need for anyone.
Last question before I drop Greedy Man.
Yep.
I love the video.
Thank you.
I love the music.
Thank you.
The lyrics. In fact, I listened to this one before it dropped. And when it dropped, it was even sweeter, trust me.
Yeah,
I mean,
real.
this is my kind of music.
For
Somebody
real.
wrote something here the first day I played it. I wouldn't be able to read it because, well, for obvious reasons, you might see that later. Do people approach you and say, hey, number one used fraud money to sign you? Have you heard that?
I think they haven't been able to put my name to that because they see and know the truth.
Was it fraud money?
I can never tell, but I do not believe so.
If it comes out that it's fraud money that Nam1 used to sign, would you return the money?
Hold on. Like, I like the question, so I might as well come like that. I am first and foremost saying I don't have evidence, even if I didn't know or even if I knew. However, I don't have evidence that his fraud money that he used to pay me for a service that we engaged in. So, in that context, how do I get back my services and my services?
Okay, so I'll give you an example.
Given.
We have some artists, some American artists who went to play for some people, took some huge money, and later realized that, oh, these were dictators and all that. Though they rendered the service, they gave back the money. Are you in that field, or you feel like, well, I've given my service, so whatever money it is, I'll keep it?
It depends. It depends, because like you say, I think that is just an event. I have also done events so many a time that I have not even considered even taking money for, or I don't even drag it, or when I realize there's anything, you know, we all do that. It's a one-off. But this is a situation where we have worked and I have been paid, and the services is not just like, it's services that brought finances to the company still.
Yes.
So they've made financial
gains out of you,
and the goodwill and all that comes with, you know, the kind of work that we do. So I think that's it.
You won't return it.
It can't be returned.
It can be returned. That money is gone.
It was working money.
The money has been stoned.
It's like, Ras, it's working capital. It's working capital. It's working money that I didn't control. It was in the coffers of, you know, the company.
Okay.
They approve and then they make you. So
for real.
I beg, there's no money with me. Even.
No money with Stonebwoy. That money has been stoned long ago. Oh, my brother, my sister. Stonebwoy, are you rich?
I might give you the Bob Marley answer. I might. I'll surely give you the Bob Marley answer. I think that answer is correct.
Yes.
Because to be rich, I said, success is a state of mind. Don't be caught up in greed. No matter what you do, the rich man die. No matter what you say, the poor man die too. We are hustling, but for a time, someday we are going to fade away. So these are my beliefs. Once I have a next day to hustle for my daily bread, and those around me, family, friends, and those that are my staff and everybody, I'm grateful. I keep working.
How long are you going to continue being in the limelight? Some people have come, they have faded out a little bit. Some are still just lurking around and would come back. I understand that people can go and come back. But how long do you think that you're going to stay relevant as in the limelight?
The limelight, as far as I'm concerned, if you ask me, it's not for one to feel like I want to stay in the limelight. For me, it's not for me to think like I want to stay in the limelight. Then I might do other things, no matter wrong or right, to want to still be spoken about. And limelight differs to me. How the meaning of limelight comes different across to me differently. Is it to be trending every day, or to be spoken about every day,
for real,
or to be on top of the news every day? That is not my aim. My aim is to continue to be true to myself with the work that I found to do now. Lo and behold, there's time for every single thing.
Do you buy clout sometimes? Recently we heard about some Indian clout and, you know, some ghost bought from India on your YouTube.
Buying clout for what?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll explain. Buying clout for what? No, I don't buy clout. I do reality. I push it out there. I promote it so that the world can see what is going on. All right? People have gotten 1 million views in 4 days. People have gotten... I did get the first 1 million views in 4 days.
In Ghana?
In Ghana. And then I continued to get the first 1 million views under 24 hours. Is that even an achievement?
I haven't had that yet. Why?
Good. Is that? I'm sorry.
Sometimes even 5 months and I have only about 15 views.
Please, everybody listening to us right now, kindly log on to Blakk Rasta. Make sure you turn on the notifications so that you can follow him, speak about him, talk about him. That's how we grow. But you see, let me give you a technical answer to that as well for those who will be doubting. We work with various agencies who actually promote these videos.
Oh, wow.
You know, who actually monetize and do this. They are taxed with the job of pushing and promoting these songs that we release into the machinery, so much so into, like, they push it so that we can get what do you say, traction globally.
Yes.
So that's their work they do. And if you're not employing the right people,
you keep getting 15
you
views.
keep getting
for 6
15
months.
and 16 6 months because they're not rotating it in different places and sponsoring it and working it that way. So they can work it and then push it and promote it to larger audience and larger markets that make it count. So it's as simple as this. If somebody can decide to get 1 million views in 1 hour, it's possible. They only have to make sure that's what they want to achieve and have all the machinery behind the scenes on it. They will.
I see.
It's new school.
Greedy men. Are they really? Stop the poisoning of the water.
Different lands are chemicalized and I don't know what to do. And this is because of illegal mining and cocoa production declining, deforestation and rising of violent crime every day. Because I know the reason why many men shall die because of the greed of another man. Yeah. Oh nana, many men shall die because of the greed. Let me say again. Listen up, part here. Whoa, think about the future children. What kind of legacy you leaving for them? Selling and destroying generational wealth, and the people are suffering.
Oh my God.
Oh, Mama Africa is bleeding. I feel it. She say, rise up, sons and daughters. No one is gonna fix it for you. Yeah, them never love Mama better than you.
Boy, these are lyrics, man. Boy, put in lyrics, man. Lyrics. These are generational songs. And these are the kind of songs I would want to hear, honestly. Because we've been fighting to see a better country, better. I like it when you said you cannot sell your mother's love for anything. And you meant Mother Earth, Mother Ghana.
She's right.
Saying, well, I hear some people say this song is not going anywhere because they've lost belief and faith in the politicians. I'm sure you've heard those ones too.
True.
Yeah. I didn't want to go that line because we don't all have to fall down. The politicians are so dirty and so this one will not go anywhere and we don't do it. We have to do our part and but I'll still give you the chance to touch it.
I share the same that you I mean, I share in your sentiments same way because this song is not this song will surely go somewhere.
Of course,
because it has sunk down. People who understand what the message is communicating actually can relate. I've gone around a few and I've received some of the some nice big ups that I was not even expecting. There was an 86-year-old man who called in and the things he said really touched me. So that means he would fall in love with what is, because he misses them kind of vibes. He said he's a huge reggae fan who loves the conscious songs that spoke about generational things and all of that. So for me, I think this song that I did, it's not it's clear. The lyrics are clear. These are things that we know already, but probably because I sang it, and it's because people have lost hope. Even myself, a lot of us have lost hope, but we would not refuse to actually continue to try to give, hopes again. Because what else can we do?
We have to give hopes.
We have to give hopes, and we have to push the people. And
hopelessness doesn't mean we all have to be consumed in the hopelessness. We have to give people hope. This song, I love the video, but who produced the song first and foremost?
This was played live by Rocksteady.
Wow.
In Atlanta. Rocksteady is a Ghanaian producer who owns, Selassie, my own brother.
So this is live music.
Rocksteady live music producing Atlanta Yankee. Big thing.
No wonder when it drops, it hits your heart. Boom, boom, like that.
Big tune.
Last question before we go. Nam1 just sent me a message. You'll be shocked. And he says, ask Stonebwoy, would he sign again with Xylophone if I want to sign him?
Yo, Father, you know the vibes. Yo, I know he must be smiling over there because he knows the vibes. From the fact that he has said that, I would also say that here online that Nam1 is one person that I really respect. You know, like all I say is that there are two sides to every story. One of the side of a story can consume us so much so that we will definitely not, you know, we can't know, so we will do the most, we will do the worst. I know that for some people, they will wish that he was hanged on a cross today.
For real.
Because so many things have happened that have made them lose lives, you know. We are all involved. There are levels that we've all involved in this that some people are not even speaking about, you know. So for him, he's a great man. That's all I want to say. People make things happen to people, but he's a great man, and he knows the rapport that I have with him. I love him like a big brother.
So will you sign again?
And he must text you again. He will send you another text. He knows the answer.
Yeah, he just sent another
text. He knows the answer.
Stone, will you sign again?
Me, I believe in him.
You believe in him?
I believe in him.
So you'll sign again?
Because he made a statement. He made a statement and turned things around, and I know that Ghanaians know. But for the unfortunate event, this man is somebody who really has love for the industry that I belong.
So you sign again?
The nuggets thereof, but he knows we are still vibing.
Yeah, vibing.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, I understand you so much. Do you think that he's going to return? Do you think he'll come back strong again?
I pray he does, and I believe he can, because he's one of the strongest people that I have come across, you know. Yeah.
I wish we had 10 hours, because when I meet Stonebwoy, in fact, we talk, and we never end. It hurts me that we have to end it here, but trust me, you have a big banger.
Really
Did you say that Alpha Blondy gave you the right to do, Jerusalem again?
Yes, please.
Well.
And I think I told you,
for real.
I come report some type of levels every time, you know, I need to. So it's true, and I actually got in touch with the producer. And you'll be surprised, it's a Ghanaian.
Yeah, George Kwaku.
Yes, George Kwaku linked up just yesterday, and I was like, he said it's the right time that he saw me said, and I'm like, hey, I don't know what, I almost forgot that I really had that, you know, privilege. But because I'm working on some stuff, and even him and I has worked on our stuff that he will be working on a video soon, you know, I'll do that. You know, I'm coming up with an album next year.
Oh, wow.
Early next year I have an album.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is it going to be called?
I'm still looking for the name. I might contact you low-key to see if you can help me on some of these ones. And then definitely have the BIM concert coming on 21st
Were you
December.
locked up in the same cell with Shatawale?
No, I wasn't. We're in different
cells. What was the cell condition like? You were with other people in the cell?
Which is right, yeah, that was it.
Wow. What was it like?
It's not the best living condition.
Did you have chairs in there? Did you have a bed?
There were no befitting beds, you know what I mean?
Something to represent something.
Yeah, you're almost sleeping on the floor. You know, and Jano, I took an opportunity to bail and release like 10 people, but I never said nothing.
Wow.
From that time when I went through there. You know, I love to do things and just do them and move.
You bailed about 10 people?
Which is right. Followed one from, you know, followed the case from court. The process is there. They have the details.
Wow.
You know, and I plan on doing some things too. We're just hoping to, you know, make some money and be able to do a lot of things.
What is the case now? Is it ended?
I would want to, you know,
I understand.
leave that out.
I understand that. All right. It was a very unpleasant thing, so I'm going to leave it here. Yeah. And Stone, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show.
I'm really grateful.
If you have any other words you want to share with us, I was going to ask you 7 million more questions, but
I believe,
you know, all right.
Yeah, I really want to send this information across that this Greedy Man song is a masterpiece that I think says a lot more than Galamsey. So I want people to actually, if you're listening to me on this platform, don't be caught up in the Galamsey, so that you don't really get that this song is fighting for the people. This song is speaking about the environment. This song is preaching, you know, the best things to be done in reclaiming our lands whilst we use them both legally and illegally. So we're just representing for the people on this song, you know.
And I can see some boss drinks around. Did you bring that? It looks like you were not aware that they were coming into the studio.
No. My people are proactive.
Yeah, proactive. He still wants you to
say something. Yeah.
Oh my God! So we have some boss energy drink around here, and it looks like.
Yeah, man. So that's it. This song is one of the songs. You see, I stood up and I was jumping. This song. I don't know which part of my heart it comes from, but I believe that I was supposed to sing this. You know.
For real.
Yeah, I believe that I was supposed to sing this, and it's a big tune.
It's a big tune.
So go out there, copy it. Let us be aware of the dangers. Let us try to also know some of the things. I mean, I got the information that what really happens I didn't even cover like a quarter of what the true vibe is when it comes to
all those shots. Were they shot on set?
Yes, please.
Woo!
Yes, please. I believe 85% of them were shot on set. I'll be honest.
This is a very beautiful video.
Skyface. Look, we had to create the scenes of the village. We have everybody in there.
Where did you shoot it with the waterfalls and all that?
Ghana is beautiful, So they went to take all those separate shots, and then the ones that involved us going into location. We did as well. Shout out to everybody.
It's one of your best videos, trust me.
Thank you very much.
I mean, this is an award-winning song. Yeah. I mean, those songs that encourage us to be civil, those songs that encourage us to be patriotic. If I had an award system, in fact, I would give you the crown on your head. These are the songs we are looking for. Thank you so much for that.
And if you follow the song, one thing I want to point people to is that when you follow the song, it tells you from beginning to the end what our people could be doing to better, our situations. So this is not a political song. It's not backed by any political party. This is my civil rights, and I think as a musician with such a following, it's very important for us to also add our voices to all the things that will affect us eventually.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Stonebwoy. Appreciate it.
It's poisoning the water. The farmlands are coming.
All right, so my name Blakk Rasta. I'll catch you again tomorrow between 2 and 6. Today I came in 2 hours late because I had to go to the police and help with some investigation, as you were told. In the interim, catch me again tomorrow between 2 and 6. Fireworks can't stop. Check it out. Greedy Men by the man Stonebwoy. Burn it on. All right. Bless you.
Think about the future children.